lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, it's only like you know. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, it's only like you know. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, when I hit that.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Make it happen!
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reacting. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Now, the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you, you know?
Oh, now Breida loses it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes out a little bit more important.
Tua, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 20, 10.
Here we go.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
I can't stand right now.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want... run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Brings up second out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And it is now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll fire deep downfield and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 72 yards. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the... End zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Tight down. There you go.
On first down, Tagovailoa. His throw... incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On the delay, here's Breida, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Prescott looks to throw on first. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Prescott from the gun. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this offense continues to pour it on. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Zerline good with a PAT. And a route goes on here in this first half.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Breida on the carry.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
First and 10.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. To try again after the sack. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.